Katrina. I'm going to invite you and our kiddos to come forward at this time. So we can sit on the steps, right? So it's easier to get up. Is that right? Yeah. They make me sit clear on the floor in the other service, you know? Yeah. Clear on the floor, yeah. I was a little worried about it, but I got back up.
All right, and I'm going to scooch down a little bit because I want you guys to see everything that I brought with me. And we're going to look at some pictures too, not quite yet, but you might know I went on a great big trip. And that's why I've been gone for a couple weeks, right? And can you tell me what this is?
A map.
It is a map. What is it a map of? The United States. That's right. And can you point to where we are on that map? Do you know? That's exactly right. So we're here, and my big trip was a big camping trip, and we went across this state, across this one, up into this one, up into this one, all the way to the edge of Minnesota and Canada, and that's where we were. The whole time, surrounded by trees and sky and wilderness. Can we see that first picture? That was all around us. And the next one? Now, what are the things that you are seeing in these pictures? What do you notice?
Trees and lakes.
Trees and lakes. That's right. There's also, unbeknownst to you, sky and rocks. Lots of all of those things. Sky, water, rocks, and trees is the saying. That's what we see. Now, with all of these trees, and the forests were thick, great tall pine trees and sycamores and birch, just everywhere you look. Do you see how they're growing all the way to the edge of the water? That's how thick and lush all of the growth was. Plants were everywhere. Now, what kind of ground do we usually need to grow such big, healthy, strong trees? Dirt, that's right. Really rich soil, right? No, says God, I can do anything. I can grow these great trees out of bare rock. And don't you know, the rock is everywhere. Everywhere. And these great trees are growing right out of it. And there's no lush soil on that ground. My back knows. And today we're going to hear in our story something about rocks. And I take that with me because it's just amazing to me that God can do that. And when God can do that, I know that God uses us as a rock too. And God is using us to grow great trees of faith and love to share with those around us. So what I've done is I brought back some rocks straight from the Boundary Waters. And I want each of you to take one of these. So you choose whichever one you want and just pass the bag down. Now these rocks are for growing, not for throwing. So let's remember that. Here we go. And you can keep passing them. And I want you to hold on to that rock and remember that you are God's rock also. That God can grow anything out of that sturdy, bare rock. And that's what he's using each of you for too. Can you remember that? Yeah? All right. And look at that picture one more time. That's how we ended every night, was looking out onto that and just hearing the peace of God's creation. So think of that when you hold those rocks too. Can I close this in prayer? Yeah. God, I thank you for every child among us here with us today and also at home and those we have not yet met. Help us to share with them the knowledge that we are your rock and we are your purpose, and we're here to serve you by sharing your love and your grace. Amen.